how much human health depends on climate changes?
Human health depends on climate change in every way. Climate change affects the temperature, which agricultural crops depend on. Climate change affects the amount of precipitation, which crops depend on. Climate change affects the levels of the oceans, which can flood agricultural areas and cause famine for tens of millions of people. Climate change melts the ice, which also will raise sea levels and lead to storm surges affecting millions and millions of people. Climate change leads to droughts and famine in Africa. Right now, as we hold this conference, for the first time, there is the risk of drought in 4 parts of Africa at the same time, in Somalia, in South Sudan, in Nigeria, and Yemen. That has never happened before. We are raising the temperatures of this planet faster and faster. We are changing the weather in ways that human health totally depends on. Climate change also affects the viability of millions of species on land and in the ocean, which provide ecosystem services on which all life depends, including human life.
And why human health is generally not part of a discussion about climate changes?
That is an extremely important question, and one that I have struggled with for 25 years. Doctors are generally not taught about global environmental change. In the United States, the average amount of time in 4 years of medical school devoted to environmental issues as they relate to human health is 6 hours over 4 years. So doctors know as little about the environment, in the United States at least, as the general public. But they are central and key to this because climate change and loss of biological diversity and other forms of global environmental change are so technical and so complicated that scientists have had a great deal of difficulty helping policymakers and the public understand the human dimensions of these changes. Doctors have a way of communicating to people about the effects of these changes in concrete and personal terms, in everyday language that people can relate to and understand. And therefore we are central to helping people understand the emergency that we face with climate change.